make me host. Hey everyone, it's Susie McCrae, and I'm a proud global founder with a company called OnPassive. And today is our Let's Bless Our Loved Ones guest webinar, where you've been invited to hear about a business called OnPassive and an opportunity for you to become a founding member. So this is how today's going to work. I'm going to introduce our first speaker. His name is Marty DeGarmo. It is going to be a recording from last week. After Marty finishes, we go right into Mike Ellis, who's also part of the recording, who's going to do a presentation. After that video plays, which is about 30 minutes, we will be back as a panel to discuss OnPassive a little bit more. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. So our first speaker is Marty DeGarmo. He comes to us from New Jersey in the United States. Marty, for the first 15 plus years of his life, was a project manager in the corporate world, traveled all across the globe. And for the last 15 plus years, he's been online, doing businesses, marketing online. He's seen all different businesses, all different companies. And he's going to talk to you today about why, when he saw OnPassive, he knew that this was the last company he was ever going to be a part of. So just bear with me 1 second, and I will get, okay, here we go. Okay, as you see, that's us from last week. I'm going to start playing it. Make sure you can hear it.
Susie, thank you.
Could you hear that, everyone? Okay, sit back, and I will be back very, very soon.
Very much. Fantastic job as always. Welcome everybody. Hello to our guest. It is the 19th of April, 2022. And the reason you're here today is you want to hear about a business that can maybe change your life. As Julie said, I'm 62 years old. I have trouble saying that. I want to say 45, but 62 years old. And I've been online since 2004. It's actually my 18th year. There was many years. I don't want to say how many and how much I lost online. The wife is only 3 foot away from me right now, so I have to be careful what I talk about. But anyway, like everyone else, I got online. People get on by the thousands every day. I think 10,000 new people come online every day. And I got on through necessity. I wanted to make extra money online. And I didn't mean extra. I meant really I wanted to replace my income. And I saw that it could be done. So I figured if it could be done, I can do it. Well, you get in and there's so many hidden things online. And if you've been on longer than 30 days, you're going to understand exactly what I'm about to say. You get into a business, and 99.9% of business, they have an auto ship. So you buy a kit. Sometimes they call it a kit, but whatever they call it. So you get the stuff you're buying from that certain company could cost you anywhere between 100 to even 500. I've been in business that cost 2,500. You pay, you think it's the best thing that ever happened, and, so you go at it 100%. And you get in that business, you do what they tell you to do. They tell you to make a list of your friends and family. We all did it. And some of your friends, some of your family follow you. And what happens is, as you're going, it always stems back to, can you market? Can you build a list? Can you get eyes on what you're selling? Because contrary to what people might believe, as a guru or tells you, follow me, do what I do, and in 90 days you'll be tripping over money, right? Well, that's not true. Obviously, if it was true, 97, 98% of the people that fail online wouldn't be failing. Numbers don't lie. We have a numbers guy here today. Numbers do not lie. So I went on about, as years are going on in different businesses. And what happens there too is you get in the business, the next month, you owe an auto ship. And like I said, from 100 to 500 could be. So I didn't make any money because the amount of people I brought in didn't even make me break even. So I owe that auto ship. So now I'm out the initial 100 to 500. The next month, I owe another 100 to 500. And the people that I invited to this miraculous business, they owe 100 to 500. Okay. They didn't bring anybody in. So their hopes and dreams are dashing very quickly because if they duplicate what they did the month before, they're going to get nothing. Okay. So then you start scrambling. How can I get more people? And the gurus want to tell you, well, if you read a bunch of books and you go to this big event and they spark you up and get you all fired up, you're going to go home and people are going to follow you like the Pied Piper. And not true. That doesn't happen. Yes, you annoy people for about a week, then reality comes back and you realize you can't market just like you couldn't last week, and you won't be able to next week because you didn't get the skills. It doesn't, you don't, time online doesn't give you automatic knowing how to market. It's not. I don't care how long you've been on. You have to actually learn how to do it. Well, they don't want to tell you that because if they tell you that, then they got to tell you it costs a lot of money and it takes a lot of time. And what you learn today, next month or the month after could change just a little bit. So it's a moving target that you have to learn and nobody teaches you it. No one. This is the road I took. This is the road people take. Now, so you're jumping around, and you say, man, then you get into business and you feel trapped. Why? You spent the 500. The next month you spend another 500. You're $1,000 invested. You can't afford to quit. At least you think you can. I'm going to do whatever it takes. So you do whatever they're doing. They tell you, finally, you just can't stay. Or thank God the company folds. I mean, that sounds horrible, right? So another one comes down the pike, and for some odd reason, in your mind, you think this one's different. So you do it again. Except now, some of the people you go to on the list, they're hiding from you. In fact, you're the talk of the party, okay? Hey, did Marty approach you? Yeah, watch out for him. He's got another scheme of some kind, right? And that goes on for all of us if you do it online. I know it's Mike's laughing because he knows exactly. I've worked with Mike for 10 years. Anyway, I didn't want to make this too long, but I really want to relate to the people watching so that you don't feel like you're different than somebody else. You're the same as somebody else. We all went through this. And by the way, the 2% that are making money, 1.5% of them are lying. Really, they don't have residual income. It's fact. Anyway, so about 8 years into it, I started to learn how to market. And thank God I ran into Mike Ellis and Dan Street. Dan's not here. And between the three of us, we had skills that the other one didn't have. Mike could do videos. I could market on Facebook. Dan had money and wrote like a champ. So you got auto responders and all that. And even with us three, and we could market, and we built teams of thousands, we failed. I know it's hard to believe. We could bring in 200 people a day and we failed. Let me tell you why. Now, because I moved over into a different part of the spectrum of working online, now what happens is we can bring the people in, but I'm bringing people in who? People that were me 10 years earlier. They don't know what they're doing. Then what do I find myself doing? The same lie that the gurus told me. Hey, make a list, come to a webinar, do this, do that, and you'll be successful. Then you're thinking, okay, that's not working. I got to bring in people faster. So you raise your budget, you bring people in faster, and then you're thinking, wait, this isn't what I want to do. I don't want to look somebody in the eye and say, you follow me and do what I tell you, you're going to make it. You know why? It's a lie. It's not true. and working with Mike and Dan about 3 years ago, it was getting to the point, either we create a business that's fair to everyone, because no business was fair to everyone, all right, I'm going to stop doing it. I couldn't keep doing this. We built up a system. We made a system for that business. We branded that business, and the business disappears one night. You go in the morning, it says down for maintenance. Down for maintenance means goodbye, okay, in some other language, because it never comes back. Anyway, about 3 years ago, over 3 years ago, I ran into somebody I worked with, Red Redford, who's here, and Peter Rogers, and they were doing something. I trusted them. I wasn't looking at, oh, the big guru. I did that. Found out big gurus don't have a magic wand. Mike had to bang me in the head with that many times. No, that guy doesn't know. And he was right. So I went to Red and I said, what are you guys doing? And they said, we're in a business called OnPassive. Okay. So I said, I had certain questions, only 3, 4, 5. That's it. He answers those questions. Yes, I'm in. Is there an auto ship? No. Are the products in high demand? Yes. I don't have to buy them? No. Okay, here's one. Can anybody do it? Yes, it's 100% automated. Do they have to recruit? Because I know they don't know how. No. I'm in. I signed it up. I went to the, now I didn't know all the stuff, but I knew enough. It's digital products, high demand. They're not reinventing the wheel. I don't have to talk to somebody into buying some left-handed sky wrench that only works when you're on, you know, it's a full moon. It was perfect. They were products that are out there being sold for the millions, but they're better. Mike's going to go over this. You don't want me to do that. You don't have that much time. So we did it. I've been in since for 3 years. And I believe this, and this statement was made between us. If this business is 10% of what I think it is, it's worth every penny. And I was wrong. Once again, it's 10 times better than I thought it was. And every month that goes by, it's even better yet. Mike's going to explain that. And about 2 weeks ago, we have companies around the world. We have stations around the world. And he's going to tell you where we're stationed now. And it's, boom, mind-blowing. I'm going to turn it over to Mike Ellis, my business partner and friend. He's going to try to take the stuff I just mumbo-jumbo to you and make it make sense. But please listen to Mike and you'll find out what's going on. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, thanks, Marty. Very, very good introduction to OnPassive and online marketing. And Marty has shown everybody the shortfalls of online marketing. And the first question that comes up, is there really a solution to that? Something that will actually help me make money online? And the answer is yes, there is a solution to that. And we're going to be talking about OnPassive today. And I'm going to talk about OnPassive in a couple of different ways. I'm going to talk about corporate OnPassive, and then we'll get to what you're really interested in. What can OnPassive do for you? Can OnPassive give me the ability to develop an income, develop residual income, and develop wealth online? Really, that's the question everybody here comes to these meetings with. Can I make money with OnPassive? But before I get there, it's important to know who you're working with. And OnPassive is really, really unique. It was started by a gentleman of the name of Ash Mufareh. And Ash came to the table a little differently than most people building a very, very large business do. Now, I've froze up there, Marty. Can you guys still hear me? There it is. Okay, yeah, I froze up for a little bit. Sorry, guys.
You're okay, Mike. You're okay. Even when you froze up, we could hear you.
Okay, very, very good. Ash Mufareh came to corporate America a little differently than most large companies, people that build large companies come to business. You know, when you look at corporate America, people come in and they develop a corporation with one thing in mind. They want to take as much money from the consumer as they can. They want to make as much money as they can. Yeah, they want to bring a little value to the consumer, but their bottom line, that is their bottom line. They want to make as much money as they can. They want to take as much money out of your pocket as possible. And that is the philosophy of business of corporate America today. That's what they do, period. Ash Mufareh came to the table just a little differently. He thought, listen, if I can give people tremendous value that they've never had before with the products that they produce, if I can bring this value to the table and the value is so good, when people look at it, they can't say no, they have to say yes. He thought he could build a massive corporation by just bringing value and not worrying about what's going to be coming in monetarily. And that's what he's done. And what happens when you do this, and this is what's revolutionary, this is what's so unique about Ash Mufareh. When you do that, and many of you know this in the back of your mind, when you give people what they want, you always benefit from that. And when you give tremendous value to people, there are no limits to where the corporation can go. And I say that to tell you that today, after 3 years, Unpassive today is a unicorn company. And this is by producing tremendous value. And they are a unicorn company is a company that has a value of $1 billion. They are a multi-unicorn company. They have a value of about $5 billion today. This is before the launch of Unpassive. And Unpassive has done that with his tech team in Hyderabad. They're the individuals that built all the products of Unpassive. All of these products are proprietary. They're cutting edge. They're the best of the best, superior products at a lower price point. There's the value. So you have a superior product at a superior price, very, very, very low price. And as people come in and look at the products of Unpassive, they're going to see the sheer value that Ash Mufareh is putting right in front of them, and they're going to come in and they're going to flock in, guys, absolutely flock in. Now the products of Unpassive, they're IT products and they're AI IT products, artificial intelligence, informational technology products. And they're wide ranging. They range anywhere from an automated marketing platform that has all the IT tools that we use to market online, to an educational platform, to a HR platform, human resources platform, to a webinar platform, to all kinds of IT products that are being used online today and are in very, very high demand. Most of these niches that Ash is in, they're multi-billion-dollar niches. So what Ash has done, he's come out with very, very large niche products, presented tremendous value. And as we go into the global launch of Unpassive to the world, and we are in that global launch right now, as we start bringing customers in to look at the products of Unpassive, they're absolutely going to love them. They're going to flock in and they're going to buy them. The reason I bring that up is volume is so important when we start looking at what Unpassive is going to be doing for us. And the sheer volume that Unpassive is going to be doing as we launch to the world, the initial launch to the world, it's going to be extraordinary. And I'll give you one example. Today, we're doing a webinar on Zoom. Zoom is one of the largest webinar platforms in the world today. They do a tremendous amount of business every year. They pull in about $2.3 billion in profits and revenues every year. They're the big dog on the block. And when we look at the Zoom webinar, we know that this technology, because we've used it for quite a while, it's antiquated. It's just not that good. It's old technology. And we know that the webinar platform that Unpassive is coming out, which is OConnect, we know that as it comes out, and we've had people tell us this, they believe that OConnect will take 90 to 95% of the market away from Zoom. That's a massive amount of customers coming from Zoom into Unpassive. That's one product, and it gives you an idea of the sheer volume that Unpassive is going to be bringing in as we introduce Unpassive to the customers around the world. And our market today, by the way, is over 5 billion people. So we've got a massive market. Everything, all the stars are lined up for Unpassive because of what Ash has done, because of what the tech team has done, and then because of what the founding members have done. And I'll get to that in just a second. So Unpassive, as you look at it, as you look at everything that's happened, and today we are in Dubai, and we have 2 floors in the Burj Khalifa building in Dubai. You might not know what that is. It's a really, really big deal. You don't get into that building unless you are a big dog, a big player. That's what Unpassive is. So as we look at OnPassive and what Ash has done, understand that OnPassive is going to have tremendous longevity. That's so important if you want to come online, build an income, build residual income, and build wealth online. You have to have longevity. As Marty stated earlier, we would get in some companies and in a month or two, they're just gone. We don't even know where they went. That will not happen with OnPassive. OnPassive will have longevity for decade after decade after decade. And by the way, Ash is always developing new products in new niches that he believes can be improved, make a superior product, and bring it to market at a lower price point. Today, we have about over 50 products in OnPassive, and that is growing every week, every month. So really, really a good place to be. So what is OnPassive going to do for you? Really, that's the bottom line. Can I make money with OnPassive? I've never marketed before. I really don't know how to do this stuff. I don't have the time to learn it. Can I get into OnPassive and make money? That's what a lot of people ask as they come into OnPassive. And the answer to that is yes. So what is OnPassive going to do for you? As you come in, OnPassive is going to go into their toolbox of IT products. They're going to make you a sales marketing platform. Then they're going to hook it up to AI. That's when it becomes 100% automated, as Marty said. Once they hook up the sales platform to the AI, artificial intelligence, everything is 100% automated, and OnPassive will manage all of this. So what are they going to do after they make the sales platform, hook it up to AI? They're going to start sending traffic for you, and they're going to reach back into their toolbox. And one of the products of OnPassive is traffic, and they drive traffic better than anybody I've ever known. And all traffic is getting good qualified eyes in front of the products of OnPassive, having individuals come in, look at them, love them, buy them, and then use them. That's what traffic is. And OnPassive is going to do that for you. So they're going to start driving traffic for you specifically. As the customer comes in, they're going to manage them. As the customer buys, they're going to manage that. As the customer uses the product, they're going to manage that. So everything that happens within your organization, within your business with OnPassive, is going to be managed by OnPassive. Okay? This is so unique, so revolutionary. I've never seen a company do this before in my lifetime, and I've never heard of it in the history of business. Actually being able to come in, go into business with a company, and have them manage everything, including the customers, and all you do is participate. And I'll get to that in just a second. So as we look at OnPassive, there are 4 concepts that I like to keep in the back of my mind. As you come in, it is a self-funding program. You'll pay once, you'll go out of pocket once, you'll never have to go out of pocket again. The second one is for success. OnPassive, because of what they do, they're going to force you to be successful. All that means is they're going to force you to make money. Everybody loves that. I love that. The next 3 are product, customer, and volume. If you can bring the customers in with a great product and you can do the volume, now we have a formula where everybody coming into OnPassive will benefit from everything OnPassive does. And over time, customers will land in your organization. You'll build an income, you'll build a residual income, and you'll start to be able to build wealth online. And understand about the customers that are going to be coming in and landing in your organization. These customers are already using products right now that are similar to OnPassive, not near as good, just similar. And as they come in and use the products of OnPassive, they will come in and they will pay for that product. It's a monthly fee. What does that do for you and I? All of a sudden, because the customers are coming in, they're never going to leave because the products, they're absolutely going to love them. As they come in, now they pay a monthly fee, and it makes our income residual, i.e. you get enough customers in there that residual income keeps to go up, and now you can start building wealth. It really is extraordinary what Ash Mufareh has done. And as you start to think about the products of OnPassive, cutting edge, built from the ground up, superior, lower price point, customers coming in, why? Makes their life easier, makes their job easier, makes their bottom line better. Everything gets better in their personal life and in their business life. They are just going to continue to come in as OnPassive rolls out the products of OnPassive. So as we look at OnPassive, what Ash Mufareh has done, he's made it very, very easy for individuals like you and I to come in and be a part of OnPassive. How do we do that? Today, as Susie talked about earlier, there's a position is the founding position, is the early bird position. It is a $97 position. You come in, you pay once, you'll never have to go out of pocket again. It's $97 plus $5, $102. This position today, the window on this position is closing. And I can tell you flat out that we don't have more than a couple of weeks for the founding position to remain open. This is a very, very valuable position. What it does, as people come in and become a founder today, OnPassive goes to work for you immediately. Today, OnPassive is running marketing campaigns to bring additional founders in. And when those founders come in, those individuals go in our organization. They might go above you, below you, wherever it is. But everybody in OnPassive benefits from what OnPassive is doing today. The founding members in OnPassive benefit from what OnPassive is doing with their marketing campaigns. Now, there are many, many other benefits to the founding position. There will be bonuses. There'll be additional traffic that Ash will send into your organization. Many different benefits to becoming a founding member. But that window is closing very, very quickly. So as you learn more about OnPassive, how it works, what it's doing, and you decide you want to become a founding member, don't wait, because you might wait too long and you'll miss that window of opportunity. So today you can come in, become a founding member, pay the $97 one-time payment, and you will be locked into the company and you will be locked into the pay structure of OnPassive. That's really important too. So what happens when OnPassive goes into the global launch of OnPassive? And again, we are in that process of going into the global launch. As OnPassive goes into the global launch, all the founding members of OnPassive, we will come in. There will be a subscription fee that we have to pay. We believe it'll be between $100 and $300. We don't know the exact cost yet. I just say $300. It is a subscription fee to get all the products of OnPassive. That's what it's going to cost each and every founder that comes in. It is a one-time payment. Just like the founder fee, this is a one-time payment. You go out of pocket once, you will never have to go out of pocket again. Unlike the founder fee, this fee is a monthly fee, but you don't need to worry about that. You will pay it once, you'll never have to go out of pocket again. And then the preceding months after that, again, we've gone into the global launch, the preceding months after that, you will pay from the proceeds you make from OnPassive. Remember, OnPassive is going to force you to be successful. So you will never have to go out of pocket more than once with the $300. Once that happens, you go into your back office, you click the button, you become the independent reseller of the IT product. Why did I say that? We all have to have that title of independent reseller of the IT product in order for OnPassive to pay us. It has to do with the regulators around the world. Don't let that title scare you, independent reseller of the IT product. You don't have to sell, you don't have to buy, you don't have to recruit, you don't have to share. OnPassive is 100% automated, but we need that title before OnPassive can pay us. Let's back up to the subscription fee. Again, I told you, once we pay that subscription fee, we get all the IT products, the AI IT products of OnPassive. OnPassive will use those products to build the marketing platform, hook it up to AI, drive traffic in, and bring customers into us. This is what OnPassive is going to do for each and every one of us. I can guarantee, 100%, guarantee you have never seen this in your life. You have never seen a system that was structured in a way so that you will be successful. And we guarantee you will be successful. For success, you will be successful. Again, Ash Mufareh, it's absolutely genius what he's done, not only with the product side of OnPassive, but the structure of OnPassive and what he's going to be doing for you and I as we come in and participate with OnPassive. I want to hit the volume side just one more time to let you understand how big a deal this is and how much volume is going to be coming in very, very quickly. If I look at 4 products of OnPassive, and those products are OConnect, OCademy, that's the educational platform, OStaff, that's the HR platform, and OTraffic, that's the traffic, the traffic tool that they have. If I look at those 4 products and the companies that are servicing those niches right now, they do about $483 billion in revenue a year. Okay. That is a massive amount of revenue. What if OnPassive can come in and with these 4 products, and again, OnPassive has over 50 products, all of them as good as these 4. If they can come in with these 4 products and take 10% of that market away from the individuals that are servicing these niches today, that's $48 billion coming into OnPassive with just 4 products. Why is that important? Early on, Ash Mufareh talked to us about the revenue, the amount of wealth that's going to be coming into OnPassive. And he told us what he wanted to do. And this is so, I don't think it's rare. I don't think it's ever been done before. He came in and he said, listen, I want to share the majority of the resources, the majority of the wealth that's coming in with the founding members. And he didn't want to share 10 or 12 or 15%. He wanted to share 52, 55, 60, 65% of the wealth coming in with the founding members. And if you can take 10% out of those 4 niches, 483 billion, 48 billion coming into OnPassive, the majority of that money is going to be coming to you and I in our organization. And as the money comes into our organization, as soon as it hits your organization, it's yours. You can take it out. There are no additional qualifications except paying the subscription fee and today paying the founder fee. Once that happens, the money hits, no qualifications. OnPassive will never tell you how much you can or can't make. It hits your organization, you take it out, you put it in the bank, and it's yours. And that will never, ever change. So what Ash Mufareh has done, it is so unique. He really has a heart to serve. And as you come in and learn more about OnPassive, learn more about Ash Mufareh, you're going to understand the heart of Ash, what he's trying to accomplish here. He's not trying to become the richest man in the world, although I believe he could. He's coming in and he's trying to help people get to that place where you really just don't worry about finances anymore. So OnPassive is one of those unique companies that's going to give tremendous value to the world. The value is going to be so good that as customers come into OnPassive, they're not going to be able to say no. So where are we in the process of a global launch? We're there, guys. We're there. 2 weeks ago, Ash introduced us to the 2 floors that he got on the Burj Khalifa building in Dubai. It's on the 134th floor and the 151st floor, which is we are now the highest corporation in the world. This is such a big deal. If you don't know anything about Dubai, that part of the world, and the Burj Khalifa building, look it up. You're just going to be amazed. Not just anybody gets in there. You have to be a major player. And again, today, OnPassive is a unicorn company. Before the launch, we come into the marketplace as the big guy on the block. Nobody is going to bully us around. And as we introduce our products to the customers of the world, they're not only going to love it, but OnPassive is going to become a household name from America to Europe to wherever you are in the world, whether it's Papua New Guinea, whether it's Africa, wherever it is. This is something that is truly unique. You have the opportunity to come in, become a founding member, lock yourself in the company and the pay structure, and participate with everything that OnPassive is doing. Always recommend you come in, become a founding member, and then continue to explore OnPassive.
Susie, thank you very much.
Okay.
Fantastic job
Hang
as
on.
always. Welcome, everybody.
Hang on.
Hello to our guest. It is the
I always do
19th.
this. Okay, that was great, everybody. Let's see. Let me get back here. Okay, how's everyone doing? Good? What a great presentation. That was Marty DeGarmo, and then you heard from Mike Ellis. I mean, how exciting is that? All of that information. We know that it is quite a bit of information. So what would be good is if you want a copy of today's presentation, even though we had a recording within today, we are recording today. I will put down in the chat in a few minutes. You can send an email to onpassivenation@gmail.com, and Marty will send you a link from today, because we understand it's a lot of information. You may want to listen to it again. We truly believe that if you caught just a glimpse of what this company is about, you will want to get back to the person who invited you, sign up as a founder, and then request this link of today's presentation so that you can share it with some people that you care about. Because like we said, the window of opportunity is closing very soon for this special founder position. Okay, so we're going to talk to a few people in the panel. Let's see, I just lost Charles, but that's okay. So let's start off with Dan Street. Dan Street comes to us from Colorado. He's been involved in OnPassive in about 3 years. It's been 3 years or more. He's part of the Mike, Marty, and Dan team. So he knows a lot about online marketing and businesses, and he's here to share his wisdom. It's always good to hear from Dan. He has a very practical mind and a calm way about him. So it's all yours, Dan.
Well, thank you, Susie. And as usual, Mike did a great job in presenting OnPassive and giving us all a great overview of all the features and benefits and giving us all a really good appreciation of what OnPassive is all about. And I like what Susie said at the very beginning. All of us have different backgrounds. All of us on the panel have different backgrounds. We've all been with OnPassive for quite a while now. And over the past few years, it's brought us close to so many people worldwide. We've developed so many great relationships with people all over the world in countries that we've hardly even heard of. You know, we didn't even know existed. And people are so unique and they're so incredible, and we all have the same vision, and that vision is the one from Ash Mufareh. And like I say, we all have different backgrounds. I came from a background, a 30-year career in selling medical devices to orthopedic surgeons. And I spent the majority of my life in an operating room. And I got used to the fact that my time wasn't my own. I spent many years looking for a way to gain my time freedom. The financial part of it was okay, but I needed to eliminate that stress. And I wanted to look for a way to build wealth online, just like many people here are looking for. So I can honestly say that these past 3 years have been the ride of a lifetime. You can see my background. and we are close to opening the doors. As Mike said, we are close to launching this company to the world. And we are privileged founding members of OnPassive. And like I say, Mike did a great job of giving us a snapshot of all the benefits of this business. And we have witnessed, all of us here on this panel and all the founders, we've witnessed the value of OnPassive soar way beyond anything we've ever imagined. And last week, I mean, we are going to, not last week, but we are introducing this company, in the process of introducing this company to the entire world. And keep in mind, this is only the beginning. Once we introduce this company to the world and we launch to the world, that's only the beginning. We have a long-term plan to build generational wealth for you. And as Mike said, the products that we have are proprietary, they're built from scratch, they're AI induced, and because the products are superior and at a price point that's much better than any of our competitors, we're going to disrupt some of these major companies that you've all heard of. So you have an opportunity to be a founding member of this company, and the positions are closing very, very soon. So you have the opportunity, think about this for a minute, you have the opportunity to be part of the company that drives that targeted traffic to your site, increases your customer base, so you can earn commissions over and over again. And that's all through an automated process. So I would not stall like I just did right there. Just make a decision, and based on the information that you've received, get with the person that introduced this to you, and whether you want to be active or passive in the business, whether you want to bring people into the business and share it with people, or whether you don't want to do anything at all, just activate your membership, your subscription to all the products, and have OnPassive build the business for you. Either way, you will be successful. And I just can't stress enough that this is the the business of a lifetime. So I'll turn that back over to you, Susie, and take it where you want it.
Okay, thank you so much, Dan. Always appreciate you saying a few words. I just want to say something to everyone. You know, Mike talked about it. All of the customers are everything, the products, all the services are going to be handled by OnPassive. I love that. I've always dealt with, I love people, I love helping people, but what a breath of fresh air that this is going to be a fully automated business. The other thing I really like is whether you understand being online or marketing or businesses, or what does that auto ship mean and what is a subscription, it's okay. Because I've been on board for about 2.5 years and I reached out to my family. And I got all of them, my family and friends on board, where a lot of them, you know, don't understand online business. That's the beauty of it. You don't need to know that. We just are looking for people who catch the vision, have a good heart, are positive, and jump on board, because the company is definitely going to do the work for you. So I like to say that so that people can just take a breath of air, not worry if some of the terminology you don't understand, because my family came right on board and my friends. I want to ask you this before we get to our next speaker. When is the last time a company and a CEO has invited you to partner with them in a business, in a company of this magnitude? Well, I got to say, it's never happened in my lifetime or to my loved ones and my close friends. We are just thrilled that we have had this opportunity to jump on board and partner with a CEO who really has humanity in his best interest. And I've met him twice in person, and he is the real deal. He has a huge heart. He's brilliant. He's a genius. He's funny, and he is here to help make the world better. It may sound trite, but it's absolutely true. And you know what? You can be a part of it. You get back to the person who invited you, you jump on board, you'll have access to the private information we have in our back office, and you're just going to keep smiling and smiling the more and more you learn about it. Okay, Andy has his internet and computer we knew was giving him trouble, so he had to leave us, but that's okay, Andy, because we're going to end with a bang with Mr. Charles Osong. Charles knows OnPassive inside and out. Charles has been involved in OnPassive over 3 years. He has a background of over 30 years in information technology. He has a lot of wisdom. He has helped founders all across the globe with this company. And listen to what Charles has to say, because he's right on point with what he's going to share with you. So it's all yours, Charles.
Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Dan, Maddie, and Mike Ellis for the recording, guys. It's a pleasure to be with you all today. And I am really, really excited. If you can tell, if you know how to read people, you'll know that I'm very excited. And why is that? We just had a webinar yesterday with our CEO giving updates. But before I go to that, I want to tell you guys why OnPassive is so unique. Because I had a long discussion today with somebody that just came in and wanted to know this, wanted to know that. He was doing his due diligence, right? Wanted to know why OnPassive is different from other companies. And I know a lot of you guys have done many different things out there, and you're saying to yourself, it's the same thing. I've heard this kind of talk over and over, and things end up going out of business. And let me tell you the difference. 3 things you have to ask yourself for a stable company, a company that has longevity, okay? A company that can sustain. Number one, do I have to recruit or sell to make money? Most of us as humans, we can sell, we can recruit. Statistics say 97%, I say at least 98%. We don't know how to sell. So, and when I say money, I mean real money. enough money to give you financial freedom, not chump change, okay? OnPassive has answered that question with a resounding yes. You don't have to recruit or sell to even one person to make enough money to leave a legacy to your family, your children, your grandchildren, and beyond. That is big. Now, number two, do I have to come out of pocket every month to pay some bill? In the industry, they call it ownership. And once you are hard up, that is the first thing that goes out the window. OnPassive has eliminated that. In other words, once we launch, well, with OnPassive, you're going to pay twice. Let me use this opportunity to say that. You pay $97, you become a founder. When we launch, Mike Ellis' recording says about $300. Yes, that's what we knew up until yesterday. Our CEO said it's undetermined, but yes, for sure, it's gonna be below $300. But it is undetermined. Wanna know why? Because of his heart. Again, he has this heart for humanity, unlike any other CEO. So he's gonna make sure it is affordable to all the founders. That is big. Okay, so question number 2 has been answered. You paid once, way below $300, and you are done. Don't have to come out of pocket every month. And then now you have the final, the last but not the least, certainly not the least of these 3 questions. Does the company have at least one legitimate viable product? At least one. Now, by legitimate, I mean legal. By viable, I mean necessary. Something that mankind, you and I, will need every day. I'm not talking about juice. No, I'm not talking about vitamins, okay? Think about your cell phone. Think about internet access. These are things that if you don't have today, life is miserable. Those are the kind of products we have. Very viable, and not one, not 2, like Mike Ellis said, not 3, a bunch of them. Now, this is value. Now, remember, I said you don't have to recruit or sell to make enough money to gain financial freedom. You don't have to come out of pocket every month. And now, to top it all off, you have the most legitimate, viable digital products in this day and age. Now, that is sustainability. When you look at all those companies that you and I have participated with, and someday you're scared whether or not the website is on, okay? Guess what? No viable products. It comes down to that. And we have it. And we have it at a value. And like Mike says, this is 100% automated. Sit back, relax, and enjoy your bank account swelling day after day, okay? Back to you, Susie.
Wow, thank you, Charles. I always love your insight on that and those 3 points, because you're right on task with that. Everyone, if you want to listen to this again, I put in the chat, send an email to onpassivenation@gmail.com, and Marty will send you a link with the recording of today so that you can re-listen to everything. I mean, if you really want to keep it simple, look at it this way. We're not here to try to convince you. We're not here to pester or pressure you into anything. We're here because our CEO has allowed us a little bit more time for our people to invite guests to tell them about the business. Once you become a founder, you are going to be locked into our back office. You're going to be updated. Everyone helps each other along the way. So all the next steps, you're going to know in time. There's no big confusion or all of these tasks that you have to run out and do. What you have to do is get back to the person who invited you, sign up as a founder, and continue your process of educating yourself because there's so much more than we could really go through today. The other thing is we do hold public webinars. We have these every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern time, but we won't be having these for founder position much longer because that position will not be available. I think Charles also has been running some on Thursdays and Saturdays with his group so that you can invite people, because a lot of times you hear this and you're excited about this information and you're trying to explain it to someone. Don't worry about it. We're here to help explain it to them. Email onpassivenation@gmail.com, hop on board, invite people to another webinar because the window of opportunity is closing very, very soon. So I want to thank everyone, and we appreciate you understanding that we had a recording today, but it was a great presentation. Thank you, Marty and Mike. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Charles. Unfortunately, Andy's internet and computer kind of crapped out on him, but we appreciate everybody's time. Get back to the person who invited you, and we will see you at the very, very top where your ears are going to pop. Okay? Have a great day, everybody. Thank you.